Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, we'll start. Uh, Hello all. In this session, what we are going to see how to publish Android application on Google Play Store. Okay. So let us start with the demonstration. So actually this is the topic from last chapter. Okay. So right now I'm going to cover this and then we'll continue our remaining part of your syllabus. Okay, so all should pay attention. You know that you have project-based learning, mini project. So whatever applications you are going to develop, all those applications we are going to publish on our college official account, getting Google Play account. So that I'm going to show you that currently I'm handling. So see, first and foremost requirement is that you must have Gmail account. Getting, as Gmail is Gmail service provided by Google, so they have made this compulsion that you must have Gmail account. Getting, so we have Gmail account, android.ritcsc@gmail.com. So this is our Gmail account, college Gmail account, and this is connected with Google Play Store. Getting, so you need to sign in with this. This is the first thing, and see, that means first, if you want to publish your own Android application through your account, then you need to create Gmail account. Getting, and we know that 99.99% students they are using the Gmail service. Okay, so you must have Gmail account. So just log in with this. Now the second thing is, so first step was you need to create the Gmail account. Second step is you need to create the developer account, Google developer account, by paying $25 to the Google. Getting, so how to create that? So you can just go to Google and you can just search. you need to search Google developer account. Okay, so here you need to click, so you need to select Google developers. Okay, so right now as I have signed with this RIT account and it is already connected with this one, so it is directly asking me to launch the console. But if your Gmail account is not attached to this Google Developer Console, then what it will ask? It will ask you to enter the details. What is the name of developer? That is your name of organization. Then you need to agree with the terms and condition provided by Google, and then it will ask you to pay the $25. Getting? So right now as I have already signed in with this one, so that's why it is asking me to launch the directly developer console or play console. But if you did not do that step, that is your Gmail account is not attached with developer console, then it will ask you to give those details, and then when you click on next, it will ask you to pay $25 to the Google. Getting? So only two pages are there. Once you pay that amount to the Google, then it will give you the console. So which type of console? So let us see. So launch play console, developer console you'll get. So like this. So now it is asking me to select the developer. So what is the developer? So I have given the college name as our developer. So Rajaram Bapu Institute of Technology, Rajaram Nagar. So this is developer name. Getting? I have given. That is the organization name. So under this we all are working as a developer. So see, this is what the play console will get when we pay $25 to the Google. So see, total 54 apps are there. Some are in a draft. Getting? So total 3500 applications we have published. Getting? So some are not valid also. That's why all the combiningly it is showing 54 apps are there. That means suppose I have, for a demo purpose, I have created a new application that is also added here. Getting? But that is not valid. So see, this is closed one. So these are draft versions. So by combining all, it is showing 54 applications. Only 3500 applications are already this one available on Play Store. So see, whatever you are getting here, production, app status, production, that they are available. Career guide, AR graphics, civil engineering quiz app. Then this is removed. Then college selector, compiler master, data structure. Getting? You can see total 3500 applications are available here. Okay, so right now consider ki you have not published any application before, so you'll get the empty dashboard. There is no any Android application available in your dashboard. Okay, now what is our plan for this session? We are going to publish our own application. So one CSE student, Aman Magdum, he has submitted me his details of his Android application. So I am going to launch that here in this session. Getting? So see, he has provided this folder to me. So see, whenever you complete your this one Android application, whenever you complete your mini project, then you need to submit me one folder. Getting? All should pay attention. You need to submit me one folder. Each group need to submit me one single folder, and in that folder, what you need to give me? First thing, you need to give me text file or Word file which contains these things. You need to give me app name. Getting? You need to decide the app name, unique app name, so that your user target audience will search that app name in Google Play search box, and your application will be appeared there. So you need to decide the unique name. It may possible that the multiple apps have the same name, but try to give the unique name. Getting? Then developer name. So this developer name I need to add while deploying that. That means the developer name, that means Rajaram Bapu Institute of Technology, that is main developer, and under which who has developed that application. So I need to place this name in that procedure. Then developer email I need to mention. So this email ID will be shown on Play Store. Getting? So you can see if I open the our see, these are the Android applications published by us. So if I select any, suppose career guide, then see here we are getting the email ID Saloni GVD at gmail.com. So she has published, she has published this Android application. So whatever name you are going to give me, so this email ID will be shown on Google Play Store like this. Getting, and see developer name will be, main developer name will be here, offered by whom, Rajaram Bapu Institute of Technology. So her name or Aman name will not be displayed here. Getting, only his or her email ID will be displayed here and the main developer. Getting, these two details will be displayed here. Next, phone number. So whenever any user will give the rating or review, then to whom the or which developer will be notified, so you can give the phone number of that developer. Then next thing is short description. So you need to give the short description of your Android application. So this is up to 80 characters. This is up to 80 characters. Then long description, this is up to 4000 characters. Getting, so these things will be shown on Play Store whenever user will browse your or search your Android application, and whenever he will click on that Android application, these details will be shown there. Okay, so you need to provide me all these details. Then this is also part of that long description. Getting, so these are important things I will require. So all should note down all these things: app name, then developer name. So if 4 members are there, then main developer, you need to give the name of that developer, then email ID, then phone number. Getting, then short description, this is up to 80 character, then long description, this is up to 4000 character. So this is the first step you should do. Next step, I will require the signed APK from you. So in another session, I will show you how to create the signed APK of your Android application. So that is not agenda for this session. So I will require the signed APK. So Aman has provided me this APK, and along with this you need to submit me JKS file also. So this is again required. So whenever next time you are going to update your Android application, so this JKS file you need to submit there. So it is possible that key, if you lost this JKS file, then next time you are unable to uh, update the same application. So this JKS file is also very important. So you need to keep this at secure place. Getting, and what you can do, you can submit me this JKS file, because in near future when you leave this college, then at that time I will require this JKS file if I want to update that particular, if I'm going to update that Android application. So you can keep this JKS file at your secure place also, and at the same time you can also submit me this JKS file. So two things I'll require. One thing is signed APK, okay, and the JKS file, and also submit me the source code of your project, entire source code, because whenever I'm planning to update that Android application, I'll require that. Getting, I need to modify the existing code. So submit me also the source code. Getting, so first thing is description, then signed APK, then JKS file. Fourth thing is source code of your Android application. Next thing is privacy policy document. So I will give you this, I will hand over this Word file to you. So this is privacy policy. That means you need to submit this to Google. Getting, who are the developers, what you are asking from your target audience. Getting, so whenever your Android application will be deployed on Play Store, then what type of information your app is collecting from the user. Getting, is there any exchange of information task your application is performing, whether you have copied any data from any sources. Getting, so all those things you need to specify here. Okay, so this is just privacy policy document, and this is now made compulsory. In previous case, ki whenever you are publishing the Android application, you can keep this part optional, and after few days you can submit this, but right now this is made compulsory. Getting, so while deploying the first version itself, you should provide this privacy policy document. So what you need to do, you need to create this document, and you need to upload this document on some platform, that is website or GitHub. And because I'm going to I will require the link of this document. I don't require this document. So what you can do, you can create this document and you can create your repository on GitHub, and under that repository you can keep this document and give me that path getting to that particular privacy policy document. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to publish this privacy policy document on my GitHub folder. So see what I'm going to do. This step you need to do for your Android application. So I will give this Word file to you. So see, I have made here one repository, privacy policy, and I have kept the privacy policies here. So what I will do, I will keep that privacy policy here only. So let me check whether I have already placed this. No. So see here, add a file and upload file. And I am uploading this file. Okay, and just commit the changes. So see, this privacy policy document, you can also rename this. Okay, what I will do, I will just rename this so that I can understand. Okay, so I have kept this privacy policy document, all this privacy policy document in my repository, privacy policy RGM, getting, and I'm going to give this path there. So I will just copy this path and I will place in this this one, so privacy. Okay, if you don't want to put your privacy policy document on GitHub, that is also okay. If you have your own website, you can upload that privacy policy document in one of the page. Getting, you can add one page for this privacy policy document. You can add those content in that on that page, and you can provide that link. That is also okay. That means if you have your own domain, that is also okay. Just I am showing one way. You can have the many more ways getting for publishing this privacy policy document. Now next thing I will require, that is snapshots. I will require the snapshots, high quality snapshots. So see, these are the mobile snapshots. So what you can do, you can run the Android application on your physical phone and you can have the snapshot for your Android application. So I will require few snapshots because they are compulsory, and again they should be good quality snapshots. Then again, these are new things added. I will require the tablet snapshots. So two type of tablet snapshot I will require: 7-inch tablet snapshot and the 10-inch tablet snapshot. Again, these are newly added. See, in I think 2 months before, this user interface has been changed. Getting, I have published one video on deploying Android, publishing Android application on Play Store, but that was an old version. That means this console was old one. Whatever I have shown in previous video, that was an old console, and this is new console for Google Play console. Getting, so, and previously there was option, that means use the traditional console, but this one, few days back they have removed that option. That means you should use the new console only. That means user interface of new console. There is no any option to use the traditional console or classic console. Getting, you need to follow only this new console, getting user interface. So the whenever there was classic console, this tablet, this one 10-inch tablet and 7-inch tablet, this part was not compulsory there, but right now it is made compulsory. Okay, so these things are I will require from you. Getting, so see, I am repeating, I will require the app name, then developer email ID, then phone number, then short description, it is up to 80 character, then long description, it is up to 4000 characters. Then I will require the snapshots, good quality snapshot. Then I will require the 7-inch tablet snapshot. I will require 10-inch tablet snapshots. Then I will require the signed APK. I will require the JKS file. I will require the source code from you. Getting? Okay, because in future, in near future, if I want to update that Android application, then I will require the source code and JKS file. They are very important. Then next thing is privacy policy document. So you can create the privacy policy for your Android application and you can publish that anywhere. It may be on GitHub or it may be on website. Getting? And provide me that link. Okay, so that is also required. So these things are required, and now we are going to start the actual procedure. Okay, so see, this is the console, Google Play console, developer console. So what you need to do, you need to click on create app. So just click on create app. So it is asking me to enter the app name. So just open that file. He has given me those details because I will not decide those things. So he has given the app name as last minute notes. So give that name here. Getting? Then default language US. Getting? It is in English. Then what is the category? That is main category. Whether it is app or it is a gaming app. So it is an app right now. Then whether it is free app or paid app. So free app, that means we are not asking any money from user. If you keep the paid app, that means how much money you want from user to use this particular app. So right now this app is free. Getting? Next, you need to click, or you need to check these boxes, because if you are confirming that your application is meeting or satisfying the developer program policies and you are accepting the US export laws, then you need to click on this. Getting? So this is the first step. See, click on create button, give app name, default language select. I have selected the English US, then app or game. So our is app category, free or paid. So we are not asking any money from user to use our Android application. It is free right now. Then declaration. So I have checked these two boxes and just click on create app. This is the first step. Okay. Now see, you got the separate dashboard for your this last minute Android application. Now what you need to do? Now the second step I'm going to do. I'm going to do, I'm going to upload the now signed APK. Getting? So see, for this Android application, I'm not going to test because I'm assuming that he has already done the testing. Getting? The device testing. That means he has tested his this mobile Android application on some different type of devices. So I'm assuming that testing is not required here. So directly I'm going to production release. So just click on production release. Okay. So see, this step is important. Production, and just click on create new release. So this is first release. Same step you need to follow for while updating the Android application, and just click on continue. And now you need to upload the APK, signed APK. So upload. Now very important step. If there is any problem with your APK, then you can't go ahead. So see, if the package name is conflicting, I already mentioned that the package name should be unique for your Android application while publishing the Android application. So if your package name is conflicting with the package name of already published Android application, then you will get error here. Getting? So right now see, we are not getting error. That means successfully our APK is accepted by this Google Play. It is not yet published, but at least uploading the APK file, that process is successfully completed. Getting, that's why it is automatically added here. See, version is 1, so version code is 1, and what is version name? 1.0. So in that Android Gradle file, he has mentioned those things. So version code is 1, so you know, we already know that. See, you can see in this Gradle file we are mentioning those things. What is the version code and what is the version name? So he has kept those things default. So if you want to update the same application, you can change this version code. So you need to increment version code by 1. Version name, that is up to you. You can give directly 2.0. If that is minor update, then you can give 1.01 or 1.1. If it is a major update, then 2.0 you can directly give. But version code should be incremented by 1 only with each update. Getting, so whatever that developer has specified in this Gradle file, depending upon that, these things are taken here. Getting, so version code is 1, that is always an integer, and it is incremented by 1. And version name, that whatever you have given in that Gradle file. Getting, and he has, see, the he has set the minimum API level, that is 15, and the target is 30. Getting, so the devices which are from this range 15 to 30, so this Android application will be run on those devices. Okay, so this step is compulsory. Now, is there any update? Suppose whenever you are updating your Android application, it is asking what is the major part of this update. So you can mention that. So I'm here mentioning this is first version. This is the first release. If you are updating your Android application, you can mention here bug fixed, whatever you are getting here. See, what's new, choose your career through. Here you can mention ki bugs fixed, getting, problems are resolved. Or here you can see our application RIT Academic. So see, bug fixes and performance improvements. So whatever this text you are getting here, or you are watching here, that is added here in this release note. Getting, and see, this step is successfully completed. Now click on save. Getting, the second step. So first step was we have given the app name, then language, then whether app is from app category or game, then whether it is free or paid, then we have accepted those laws. Getting, and the policies. Then second step we have done, that is we have added the APK file. Getting, okay, now the next step, you need to go to store presence. This is very important. See, next step is store presence. So go to main store listing, and see, automatically it is taking the app name which was given by you earlier. Now next step is short description. So whatever short description he has given me, I am adding that.
हेलो सर.
Yes.
सर रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट नहीं है.
Recording
स्टार्ट नहीं है मतलब.
I have already started through OBS Studio.
Okay sir.
I already started it. Then also we'll add, no problem, we'll add that. I already started through OBS Studio, I will give you that. Okay, so short description, here it is added. So see, here it is showing. Again, see, there is a limit for app name also. It is up to 50 characters. Short description, it is up to 80 character, and it is up to, long description is it is up to 4000 character. Okay, so add that. If it is extending, then it will show you the error. So I'm just making spelling mistake. Whatever spelling mistakes are, you can correct those, because see, this will add the impression, because you need to give this long description, short description appropriate, because this will be shown to user. Okay, this will be available public, or users which are there in the world, they are going to see this. So you should give this appropriate. Getting, now next thing is app icon. You need to give the app icon. So I think he has not given me app icon. Just let me check. Huh. Here it is given app logo. Yes. Now for app logo there is a this one condition. So this app logo should have the 512 into 512 resolution. Getting, otherwise it will be rejected. So let us check whether he has created that logo as per the standard or not. No, see it is 331 into 320. So if I add that, let us see whether it is accepted or rejected. See, it is rejected. So it is showing that it should be 512 into 512. So I will just make change here. So make sure that you are creating the logo should be again unique one, and it should have the 512 into 512 resolution. Now definitely this will actually this is the not right way, so this will reduce the quality, but right now we don't have any other way, so I will do that. So add that. So I have just extended its size. So you are getting the point. So the logo should be 512 into 512 resolution. Next one is feature graphic. So I'm calling it as a banner image. So it should have again the 1024 into 500 pixel resolution. So he has not given me. So what I will do, I will use the same image. Let me check. This image, no, can't use this. Use this image. So 1024 into 500. I'm resizing this. So for time being, I'm uploading this image. Okay. See, these are star. That means these are compulsory things. App logo, then feature graphics. It is accepted. Now video. Suppose you have any the video for your Android application to do the publicity, then you can give the link of that video. You can upload that video on YouTube and you can add here. Then phone screenshots. So these are the screenshots I'm adding. So these screenshots are added. Generally we are not facing any problem with screenshot. These two things are added newly in when this console has been changed. 7-inch tablet screenshot. These are now compulsory. So select the 7-inch tablet. So you need to find the 7-inch tablet and you need to get the screenshot, or on through online platform also you can get this snapshot. Okay, then 10-inch tablet snapshot you need to select. So this is our store present step. Now you can click on save. Previously it was showing green here. Whenever the step is completed, it was showing the green in classic console. Right now it is not showing. Okay, so you need to check every step. Next one is custom store listing. Here we don't have anything to do. Now very next step, important step, it's app content. Next step is app content. So go to app content and see here you need to give the privacy policy. So 6 steps are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this 6 steps you should complete. So first one is privacy policy. Again, this is compulsory. So privacy policy, here you can give that path, whatever path or whatever the platform you are used to publish your privacy policy document. So the link to that privacy policy page you can give here. So I'm giving the GitHub link. Click on save. So see, it is successfully saved. Now you can get, see, it is completed here. Getting next step is ads. So you previously also you have mentioned that key your app is free app. Getting, it is not paid app. But if it is free app, then many developers they are adding the advertisements. So we are going to also add the advertisement in our project. So here you need to mention, right now this Android application doesn't have any ad, so I'm saying that key no, my app does not contain ads. So it is saved successfully. Next, app access. So whether your app have any functionality which is asking for any special access, that means whether you are collecting any information, sensitive information. So no, our app is available without any special access. We are not collecting. That means whatever you have mentioned in your Android application, honestly you should accept all those things. Next one is, I'm selecting this target audience and content. Now this is very sensitive part. Whether your application is targeting or to which age group your application is targeting. So this application definitely this is developed for this one, the age group. That means this application is targeted for engineering student. So you can mention that. Now I will just check this one, make it above 18. I think engineering student means above 80. Okay, no problem. So next one is news app. So no, it is not news app. Then we'll do the content rating. So click on start questionnaire. Now email address, here you can give anyone's email ID. This is not the developer email address. That means to whom the rating, whatever rating we are going to get from the authorities, getting global authorities, to whom that rating should be sent. So you can give anyone's email ID. I'm giving Aman email ID. I can also give the my email ID, because just rating will be submitted to that person. Now who is going to do this rating? So we are not going to select that. The Google developer, Google will select that. Getting, Google will decide that will be authorized person to do that rating. Next thing is category of your application. So it is educational application. Getting, so click on next. Now very important things. Can your app contain any violent material? So no, right now no. Then whether is there any sexual material in your Android application? Getting, so these are sensitive parts, so you should select all these options. Whether your app contain any potential offensive language, that means any terrorist related details you are using in your application, no. Control substance, no. Whether your app is what we can say, making the publicity of illegal drugs, no. Then does the app natively allow user to interact, exchange the content? If you are doing that, you can mention yes, otherwise no. Right now no. Then does the app share the location, physical location? Right now no. Here whether your app is allowing user to purchase the digital goods. Right now again no. Getting, so you can select all these option and then click on save. So questionnaire, this is just questionnaire and you have answer this questionnaire, and now we are going to uh, find out the content rating. So see your rating, and see here we are going to get the rating and just submit this. Okay, so that email will be sent to that Aman, getting that rating. See this rating we got, this is certificate, whatever rating. See here this is rating 3 plus. So these authorities are not selected by us, these are selected by Google, getting, and that rating, whatever rating we got IARC, so that rating mail is sent to Aman. And now see one more thing is mentioned here, go to target audience and content. So what are the target age groups of your app? So you need to mention the 18 and over. Could your store listing unintentionally appeal to children? No, this app is not made for children. Next, click on save. Getting, and you can check whether all options are successfully completed or not. Privacy policy done, ads done, app access done, content rating done, target audience done, news app also done. Getting, and now you can go to production. Now you need to select the countries. So I'm selecting all countries except Pakistan. We'll ban Pakistan. Getting, from here. See, your app will be available on Google Play to users from 175 plus countries. Add. So see 176 countries. Click on edit release. Now just click on review release. See, we are getting the error. Just see, your app cannot be placed yet. Complete the steps listed on dashboard. Okay, warning, you can, it is showing that key you can optimize your this one and you can publish. So you can neglect this. Go to dashboard. We don't want to do testing right now. If you want to do the testing, then you can also select the tester. Getting, you can give your friend email ID, and so to only those friends, getting, this app will be visible on Play Store, so they can download and they can give the reviews and they can give their feedback. Getting, and based on that feedback you can modify, and again you can do the same thing. Okay, we are this one we are neglecting that. And now the last step is we need to do the rollout. So let me just check. Review and release. This option should be enabled, so I think something is missing here. This is the last step, start rollout to production. So let me check. Your app cannot be published yet. Complete the steps listed on dashboard. So let me check. Release your app early for internal testing without review. Select your app. One step is missing. Which one is missing? Contact details. Yes, we have not given his email ID and phone number. Yes, so app already given. Now see, initially we have provided whether your this one Android application is from main app category or game app category. So we have given app, but again there are subcategories. So on Play Store we are getting the subcategories. So like this, art design, augmented reality, comics, dating, card, board, arcade, advantage, action, business, like this. So that category you need to select here. So this step is missing. So select a category. So it is from education category. Getting next email address of that person. So you can give the email address, then phone number. So this email address will be shown on Play Store. Getting website. So right now I am giving the our college website, as he is our student. So I am giving the college website name. Advertise my app outside of Google Play. Yes, definitely. We want to do publicity of our Android application. Okay, now this step is also completed. Now just go to that and just check whether it is allowing us to do the rollout or not. So go to release overview. Review release, and now see this option is enabled. Getting, we are neglecting this warning. They are not, that means that much important. That means if you want to compress, if you want to optimize your APK and all those things. So see, this option is enabled because that part was missing, developer email ID and phone number. So now you can click on start rollout to production. This release will be available to all users on Google Play in your chosen countries. Rollout. Confirm. If everything is fine, you will get this screen. So releases, and see the version code of your Android application is 1. In how many countries it will be available? 175. How many devices are supported for your Android application? So 17,359. So they are very less actually. Getting. So see, this is right now in review. Getting. So maybe after several hours this will be available on Play Store. So this window we should get. So it is in right now in review phase. So here also you can get. See, app status production, but update status. Recently we have this one. So after a few hours, based on the app, this one, what you can say, contain, because everything will be reviewed by Google Play Store, and then if everything is fine as per mentioned things, suppose you have mentioned that key your app is doesn't have any violent content, and if they found, then they will be reject your Android application because you are violating those things. You have given no, and but if they are finding anything, then they will reject your Android application. If everything is fine as per the mentioned things, then they will accept your Android application, and this status will be converted to available like that. Getting. So this is what the steps for publishing Android application on Google Play Store. So they are very simple, and the first time also I have publish the Android application through this new console. Getting? That's why there was some difficulty in understanding the flow, but we have done this successfully. That means we have uh, done those steps successfully. Getting? Whatever steps we have followed, they are compulsory. Some steps, that means optimizing the APK, they are not compulsory, or they are up to you. If you want to compress your APK file, getting, then they are the optional steps. But this is new user interface of Google Play Console. Previously, in classic view, whenever you complete a particular step, then there was a green progress bar. Getting? It was showing the green. That means that step is completed. Which step was not completed? So it was easy to find. That means which steps are successfully completed and which steps are not. Getting? That video I already published. You can also check that video. uh, Things are same, but this user interface is different. This explorer, getting, this folder this option explorer is different. Okay, and few new things are added. That means that 5-inch tablet, that is compulsory. Then 7-inch tablet, that is also compulsory. Privacy policy, initially in previous case, that was not compulsory while uploading the Android application. After few days, you can add those privacy policy, but right now it is made compulsory. So this is what the procedure for, or the steps for publishing the Android application on Google Play Store. So we are going to follow this for all 18 apps that you are going to develop, and that is compulsory. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me in these steps. Yes, if you have any doubt in these steps, you can ask me. We have successfully done this. Yes. Yes, any doubt in these steps?